Good afternoon, wood shaving enthusiasts and newbies. Welcome into the rabbit hole with Kal Shaves. I am severely overdue for a shave. It's been several days. So today, going to use, I believe it's a 5/8 Dovo Best Quality, made in Solingen, Germany. I like the heft of these. Just my personal preference. I prefer a blade with a little bit more heft. You don't need it, but it's just my personal preference. I got this on one of the BST, one of the buy, sell, and trade forums, on one of the shave groups on Facebook from Scott W. Johnson. So my thanks go out to him. He gave me a great price on it. Scott lately is dealing with some severe health issues, so my thoughts and best wishes go out to you, Scott, and your family, and hope for a positive outcome. My thoughts are with you. So we'll give a quick lesson on honing these, or stropping rather, in just a minute. Today, we are also going to use Collin's Trade and Supply. This is from Nova Scotia, Canada. Ed Monk of Spiffo Grooming sells this. Sells a complete line. 5 or 6 different scents in the Collins, I believe. Matching splash. And a bath bar. This is actually Scotian's loot, and I've got Scotian's loot right there. So we'll use that in just a second. I'll give you guys a quick lesson on stropping. Now, I am not great at it, but we'll give you what I know. From what I can understand, and guys can correct me if I'm wrong, stropping doesn't sharpen your edge. That's what honing does. That's when you see the guys take it to the stones and various grades of stone. On a magnified level, from what I can understand, I'll post better pictures of what I find online, your edge is supposed to look like this, but overuse, your edge starts to look like that. So what honing, or stropping rather, does, like I said, this is on a magnified level. It actually takes your edge and makes it nice and flat again, so you can get a nice, clean, sharp edge. So what I'll do is I'll tilt the mic, or tilt the camera down. I am mic'd, so I'm going to try not to cut my mic. I'm also lefty, so everything's going to be ass backwards. So we'll try this. I used this in a previous video, tripped over my words. Don't mind the gut, I've worked hard for it. This is from Spiffo, from Ed Monk. 32.5 inches overall length. Shell cordovan. That is horsehide. And the details of it are not really interesting. 3 inches wide, overall stropping surface of 22 inches. Now this is doubled on the back side. Cotton, linen, canvas. Now this is a little bit coarser, so what you do, take it straight, open it up. I mean, hold it however, I hold it like this. Take this side, spine first, go up, roll on the spine, come back. Do several laps. You're going away from the edge. You're not going into it. That would be honing, where they actually go into the edge. But you're going away from the edge. You can do several laps. Don't take your, if you can avoid it, just get in practice of not taking your blade off your surface, because otherwise you might roll the edge. Don't go forward. So you do a few passes with that, laps. You take it to this side. What I do, you can buy a leather conditioner. If I just take palm of my hand or my forearm, I'm just letting the oils from my arm, from my own skin, condition that leather. So again, same thing. Spine first. Very important. If you're new to this, if you're not good at it, get a cheap strop. These things are not cheap. This particular one I got for a great deal, and Ed sell these well below market value. But a good strop can run you several $100s. So, and you don't want to nick it and squirt all to hell. Again, same thing. Going away from the edge, rolling it on the spine, being careful not to roll that edge. Do that several laps. Some guys say 20 laps or whatever. and you'll be good to go. I just gave that a quick rinse. Now, something else I also learned from Randy Paquette, First Canadian Shave. I was watching him do a live video several months ago using a Kamasori, which is a Japanese-style straight razor. What do you do if you don't have a leather strop? You can use your belt rather. Something that Randy mentioned, and it's not recommended. But what is the best type of leather? According to Randy, his words, and I'm paraphrasing, the best type of leather is human leather. So, I'll show you a quick one here. And like I said, you learn real quick how not to screw up. Again, I got to tilt my camera, angle it around, don't mind the gut, I worked hard for it. Tilt that down. Make sure I don't screw up. And I'm going to watch this and not the camera because I do not want to miss. I like my arm the way it is. I like my tattoos the way they are. I don't. So in a pinch, you can do that. You've got natural oils, of course, the sweat. That'll help. So anyway, we'll give this a rinse. We'll get our shave going. I may have to edit this video and try and get it cut down a little bit because I don't want it to run excessively long. So, we're going to take this. Now, Randy was great enough when I got the aftershave to give me a write-up on it. The scent notes of this are Package Prize, warm spiciness of frankincense, the vanilla sweetness of benzoin, with invigorating notes of peppermint. This is a vegan soap. The scent is really beautiful. I mean, scent is one of those things that's subjective. Everyone has things that they like or things that they don't like. Okay, now what I'm also going to use is Spiffo brush. Mine is on loan. I lent it to Jason Bryan, just started Edge Shaving. So this one I got from my buddy here in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, Nick Simpson. This one is called Staccato. Ed names his brushes. Mine, I found out the other day, is named Invictus, and like I said, Jason Bryan has it. This is a black tie, synthetic, 24 millimeter. I will post a snippet of, because like I said, it's hard to see the beautiful colors in that. So I did a little short video, I'll post that. So we're just going to get this wet. And like I said, what I do, it's a fairly soft soap. This has been sampled out a fair bit. So take a good amount like that. Into my Thirsty Badger lather bowl. Spiffo Grooming also sells lather bowls. I currently don't have any. And I got this from Jared Francais. I've used it in most of my other videos. I love it. So, we'll get a grid of lather going. I may have put too much water in there, but no big deal. I can always go back and fix it when I drop some of the soap on the floor. I mentioned it in a lot of my more recent videos there. You guys want to learn how to make a great lather. Distorted Edge has a really, really great video, and I will post a link to it. Highly recommend it. Like I said, this stuff lathers up really nicely. Doesn't take very long to get a great lather going. These synthetics work like a dream. You know, each one of their own. Some guys like synthetics, some guys like badgers, some guys like boars. Based on or watching Jason's video, I got much better at using my badger. I wasn't having a whole lot with it before, and like I said, wow, let's just whip it up like nothing. I'm probably going to do a 2-pass with a touch-up. Probably going to do the first pass in real time, and I think based on time, because we're already up to 9 minutes, we are going to shut the hell up. Put the second pass on double speed. You guys know me. I like cranking the metal tunes. If you don't like it, maybe one of these days I'll put some smooth jazz in one of my videos, but for now it's probably going to be some metal, I find. So we'll get that done. So anyway, I don't know about everyone else. I don't usually shave after my shower. I've got stuff to do. You know, it's my days home from trucking. It is around 1:30 my time in the afternoon. Obviously been up for several hours, been to my chiropractor appointment. I go once a month to get my back worked on and my neck. Trucking for 20 years, not getting exercise, being in bad shape has not helped. So, get the face nice and wet. I don't use bloom water very often. I don't use pre-shave oil or anything like that very often. I did in my last video, but again, it's not something I use very often. You find what works for you, and I find I can usually go great just like this. So, wait, that's built up. You really get the peppermint on this. Really nice. I may have put too much water in there. Go back and grab a bit more. Yeah, that is just a bit too watery. But it'll still work really well. Spiffo Grooming sells several different products, locally made. Said his strops, shell cordovan strops, lather bowls, brushes, brush handles, resin, wooden brush handles. Sells them with a number of different types and styles of knots available. Even matching handles for carts and for 3-piece razors. So, anyway, first pass. I don't worry that much about width against and across the grain with a straight razor, but give this a go. Skin stretching. Give that a quick rinse, wipe the residual off, make sure my fingers aren't slippery because I do not want to slip. I don't know how other guys do this that are working around a goatee, a Van Gogh. Go on. I'm a left hand, so this is my right hand, my weak side. I was taught early on to get used to using your weak hand. Or not your dominant hand. It makes this a lot easier. Again, I don't know if you guys can, if that's going to focus in on all that. I forgot to hit the button on this, so hit that. Still figuring out this new phone. So we'll go back, shape this up a little bit. So, 1, 2, get ready for pass number 2. And like I said, probably what I'll do, save time. I'll shut myself up, crank the tunes, put this thing on double speed, and we'll go from there. So, do a quick wet, re-lather, pass number 2, plus a cleanup, and then we'll come back regular speed of 5. really nice shave. 2 pass plus a little bit of a cleanup on here. I'm not sure how old the edge is on this blade. I'm not sure how many uses I've got on it. I don't remember exactly. Might be time for that to go back across the stones. But overall, I'm very happy with it. And like I said, German steel, Solingen rather, world renowned. Just can't go wrong with those. So, Spiffo, Packets Prize, like I said, great stuff. We are going to use a matching splash on that. So anyway, do a quick rinse off. In the next few, over the next few weeks, I've got the next 2 or 3 shaves planned. Just going to be trying different products. Going to be trying a very inexpensive Lebanese shave soap in one of my next videos. Going to be, I got an order in for some different products from Highland Springs. So you can see I've got 2 tubs now. Different stuff from Chris Troniak. I'll be getting that. That'll probably be towards the end of the month. So, and I know this is kind of off topic, guys, and it's probably not the way things are done in these shave videos, but I come home from trucking, I sit around, I surf YouTube, and watch them all get caught up on shave videos. I'm also a big fan of science type stuff. If you guys haven't checked out Joe Scott, I highly recommend it. You know, I love watching the shave stuff, but like anything else, whether it's shaving, tattoos, guitars, you know, sometimes you just want to change, right? Something that's easily digestible, it's fun, the presentation is awesome. I don't know Joe Scott. I would know him if I walked into him. But I discovered him one day, and like I said, if you guys are interested, like I said, just useful science tidbits, you know, there's one, and you know, it's just fun, interesting. His presentation is just spot on. So, anyway, I don't know the guy. I'm just putting out my opinion. So, we'll get back to shaving. So, this is Packers Prize, the matching splash. The scent is, like I said, love it. The old eyes don't work. Okay, so this is alcohol based. Of course, it's in witch hazel. So, we'll put that on there. It's really refreshing. I mean, it's minus 11 Celsius out today in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. This is typically a scent that I would use more in the summertime. You know, into the spring, into the summer. I prefer richer, heavier scents in the wintertime. But like I said, this is just amazing. That soap, by the way, is also antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory. It's an astringent as well. Locally made in Nova Scotia, Canada. So I highly recommend you check out Ed Monk's Spiffo Grooming. I'll post a link to it down below. I think you'll be very happy with the whole range of products that he has there. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. And we're going to try and get this out later today or tomorrow before it's time to go trucking. So, as usual, your comments, your suggestions, good, bad, indifferent. I love hearing them. You know, your feedback is extremely important to me. Helps me make this channel better. Suggestions, love to hear them. Actually, that's how some of these videos come about, is other guys suggest them. So, anyway, and Scott W. Johnson, my thoughts and best wishes go to you and your family. So, you take care and hope you get better. So, anyway, guys, you guys have yourself a fantastic week, and we'll see you again in a few days. Take care. Bye-bye.